guys, it's April and I have a review for you guys today. I have just finished The Infinet by John Akers and I have words because I need to tell you about this book. Now I will do this review the same way I do all of my other reviews. The non-spoiler section will be up front, and if I have things that I need to say that contain spoilers, I will let you know when that happens and I'll make that transition, and at that point you can decide to go off and read the book or continue your life, or you can continue on and listen to me ramble about things. Whatever you choose, I'm glad you're here. I received a copy of The Infinet for a honest review, and that is exactly what this is. Now, The Infinet is a story of Oris Pact, who is the owner of Omnitech, which is a technology business that is centered around these virtual reality, augmented reality glasses. Because of this technology, desktops are obsolete, everything is done in this virtual space, and pretty much most of the world is on this technology. However, there is a virus going around taking out connected devices. And on top of that, Pax is facing the possibility of being kicked out of his own company. He started this project that could change what it means to integrate with technology. All of these different storylines comes together, leading Pax to a place where he has to make a choice for humankind. And that choice that he makes could change what it means to be human. Now, I wasn't sure what I was getting into when I picked up this book and I said yes to this book, because I have this on-again, off-again relationship with books that take a look at future technology, because a lot of time, all of a sudden, it's clear out in left field and there's no real connection on how it got from here to here, and there's no substantial science that backs any of that up. And I like when it makes a clear linear progression to where that story is at. And this book does that. You can see how we got from this technology to this technology. It makes sense in a way that my brain could handle, and I liked it for it. But it also goes into this really gray area that made me extremely uncomfortable. What does it mean to have free will? What does it mean to be so reliant on technology that it shapes who you are? And what does it mean when there is one thing that can bring all of that crashing down and pretty much obliterate everything that you know? There is so many things going on in this book. I don't think there was any good guy. I really don't. At some points, I hated pretty much everybody. I didn't like some of the connotations of things that were going on, but at the same time, it was really uncomfortable because a lot of this deals with the world that I am in my job, in my life, in what I deal with every day. You can see the connections of how all of this comes to be and all of those weird legalities that sometimes we don't think about when we're accepting new technologies. It's extremely uncomfortable, and I liked it for that. I liked it a lot. There were some points in this book where it got a little mundane because it was this huge info dump, and I didn't feel like it was necessary to move the plot along. It could have been summarized a little quicker and gotten more to the points where I was really excited about. I understand what was trying to be done, but it felt a little wordy, I think is what happened there. Overall, I am extremely excited to see where this book goes. I know there's going to be more in the series because the way this ended, it just... Things need to happen. So if you like books that look at where our current technology could be leading us, and you like those nitty-gritty facts and all of those uncomfortable details, I highly recommend that you pick this book up. Part of me sees a little bit of the circle in it, part of me sees a little bit of the existential crisis in some of Hugh Howey's books, and for that I really enjoyed it, and I want more. I want more. I really want more. So now I will give some of my spoiled-filled thoughts. If you haven't read this book and you think it sounds interesting, go and read it, come back, and we will have words. But if you like to spoil yourself, or you just want to hang out with me for a little while longer, feel free. Now, what I really liked about this book was the level of detail that was embedded into it. You could tell that Akers was part of this industry at some point. You could tell that he knew what was going on. And I like when a book is touted as being about all of this technology and all of this forward thinking, like seeing the actual workings of things, how they develop the products and how the products are coming to be. This is the world I live in every day, and so to see it played out in a way that makes sense, that has a lot of the theology and ideologies that are current today, I'm all for it. I liked it. I enjoyed it for that. There was a point in the book where Pax was kidnapped And it felt a little surreal because all he would be doing is being up for an hour, and then he'd pass out for an hour, and then he'd be up for an hour, and he'd pass out for an hour, or for however long he passed out. I don't know. It felt really weird because I'm like, can we do something else besides have a little tiny conversation and then decide to go and just do nothing and sleep and stuff? That got a little mundane, just a touch. And then there was also the part where he was going through the history of man. I felt that was a little overdone. Probably could have glossed over a little bit of that and maybe not got into such details about it. And I don't know, the whole tower concept, not entirely sure how I feel about that. I know it was a way to visualize things for Pax, so the Infinet could bring him over to their side, but it felt weird. I don't know. It felt unnecessary. But the fact that they kept on like building all of this huge technology and being okay with it, we don't need any more. Why don't we just like it? I'm hoping that the material that they used is biodegradable. Just saying, because just leaving this kind of stuff all over the place seems counterintuitive to the fact that they're trying to save the human race. There's environmental impacts there that make me a little uncomfortable, I guess. It's a weird thing to nitpick on, but sometimes these things go through my head. And I think the biggest thing is when Pax got the choice to add the Infinet into Omnitech so that it could shape humankind, it got a little Big Brother for me. There is a question of free will there that makes me a little uncomfortable, but do you still have free will if it's just kind of probing you to make the right choices? It's not making you make the right choices. It's this really uncomfortable place because yes, maybe it'll make mankind better. Will it stall progress? Will it create a vulnerability in the system that someone could then turn around and take over? Because this whole other storyline is this virus that infiltrated all of the technology. But if we have one technology that is monitoring all of human race, what happens when that technology decides to turn? I don't know. That scares me a little bit. Just a touch. If you have read this book, tell me down below. I need to start a conversation with someone. And with that, I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.